Copper.
You need a microphone? You should probably have brought one with you for your act.
Hi, everybody. Hi, pups and other critters. My name's Copper. I'm a I call myself a wild, mystical, western Arizona leather pup. And I heard that there was an open stage tonight, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to get up here in front of everybody under all these lights, and I wanted to show everybody my balls. Can I show you my balls? Well, I'm a really curious pup. I got real keen senses about things, particularly about energy. And that's what magic is manipulation of energy to achieve a certain outcome. So I've been called an alchemist, a wizard, but I just think I just got a good sniffer. So this is my favorite ball. This one, it's a ball. And it's round, and it rolls, and already we're talking about something that it does with energy. Anybody who's done any work knows that lifting a thing or sliding a thing is a lot harder than rolling a thing, and that's energy. So, right off the bat, balls are good at dealing with energy. So, if we look a little closer, we can ask, well, what's it made of? Well, this one, it's made of copper. And copper is prized for its materiality. The thing that it does is that it's conductive. And conductive is a measure of resistance. Copper has very low resistance to the flow of energy. And when we're talking about this kind of energy, we're talking about electromagnetic energy. That's electricity and magnetism, and they work in opposition with one another, but they work together, like yin and yang. And I think that's really special. Another thing about this ball, it's copper, and it's heavy. And heavy means that it's got a real good affinity for gravity. And gravity, that's a whole different kind of energy. That's not electromagnetism. Electromagnetism, the zippy-zappy energy. This is space-timey energy. So that's another thing that's really cool about this ball. That's my first ball. So I gotta get we'll move on to my second ball, and I don't have too much time, so I gotta go pretty quick. This is my case of curiosities. It's mostly sticks and balls, but we got some other stuff in here. So let's put that one over there and this one over here. I'm going to start with this one. Yeah, that's another favorite ball of mine. So this one's also a ball. It's also round. It rolls like the other one. But what's this one made of? Oh, well, it kind of. Marble's like a rock, and this is like a rock. But this is a special rock, quartz. We're getting closer. Quartz is a crystal. This is a crystal. And what does it mean when we say a crystal? So, the thing about crystals is that when they were forming, when their materiality was being put together, they had everything they needed. There was peace. They had all of the space that they needed. They had all the resources they needed. And under those conditions, everything settles right perfectly into place. Everything's nice and ordered. And the neighbors, they're all perfectly spaced out, and they're all in harmony with one another. And that gives crystals some really special properties, particularly when it comes to energy. The quartz crystal that's in your pocket computer, that one can keep track of time. That's that space-timey energy, and that's incredible. Salt crystals, when they break into cubes. Now, I like balls, but cubes are good too. They're just different. And diamonds, those have super strength, and I think that's incredible. This crystal is selenite. And the thing about selenite is that it's got these little honeycomb patterns. And in one direction, it's opaque, but in the other direction, it's translucent. That means it transmits light, and light is... energy! That's a zippy-zappy energy! These honeycombs are the perfect size for visible light to pass through it. So it does this fiber optic thing. And I think that's really special too. Now, I got one more ball I want to show you all, and it's this one. Cue the ooh. Yeah. So this one, it's it's also a ball. It rolls just like the others. It's heavy just like the others. But this one, oh, what's it made of? It's made of crystal. But, that's crystal. We call this crystal. But these are different things. This is not like that crystal. This crystal is glass. And glass is an amorphous solid. Well, what does that mean? That just means that when it was forming, when its materiality was being put together, it was chaos. It was hot. Everybody was bumping around into one another, and then it cooled off so fast that nobody had time to get their space. Some were stuck together, some were far apart, and they had to deal with all that tension with their neighbors. But it's still special. What makes glass into crystal is that you add my cousin, lead. And lead has a really special affinity for gravity. Remember, that's that space-time energy. And when you add lead to glass, it changes the incidence of refraction. And that's just a fancy way of saying it changes how much it changes the speed of light. Isn't that crazy? The speed of light, that's like the constantest constant in the whole universe. And that means that when you cut into it, it makes rainbows. And it makes sparkles. And it's got another cool thing. When you shine electromagnetic energy into this one, it bounces some of the light away from it, and it passes some of the light through it. And when it passes into it, it bounces around on the inside, it bounces around and bounces around and bounces around. You know how many times it bounces around? Infinite. That's right. Infinite. Okay, so this one is a crystal ball, and that one is a crystal ball, and you know what? I see a lot of similarities between them. They have a lot of things that's exactly the same between them, but they have some things about them that are completely opposite. They both handle energies in some really special ways, and it's not like this one's right and that one's wrong, or this one's good and that one's bad. They're just different. And I think that's really interesting. And I hope you do too. Copper out.
Make some noise for Copper.
That was very informative. You had said magic and I got excited.
I think I learned more right now than I did my entire
Did you know I do magic with balls as well?
I bet you do.
Yes.
I bet
Earlier
you do.
today I put 2 balls inside me and that's where they still are. After this show I'll make them reappear. Make some noise for Copper!